The death of Dak Prescott's mom, Peggy Prescott, a part 3, dying at the age of 52 in November 2013. Mike McCarthy is going to be 5-2 in the playoffs for the Cowboys when he wins the Super Bowl as Cowboys coach. It is Peggy Prescott that was born on September the 4th, a day of 9-4. She passed away at Vinton, California, or Vinton, Louisiana. And in Gematria, it is Vinton, that's Gematria of 94, and the amount of time from Dak Prescott being drafted to the day of the Super Bowl is the 94th month. And so this is how Dak being drafted ties into the day that Peggy is born, and of course the day of her death. The amount of time from Peggy's death to Dak Prescott's first NFL start, the 35th month. Prescott is 35. Vinton, Louisiana, in initials is 35. The same gematria as Tom Brady. Dak Prescott made his preseason debut against the LA Rams, key part of the riddle, the last team to win the Super Bowl from the NFC. The first game held at SoFi, also the Cowboys played in 2020. The Rams scored 28 points in Dak Prescott's preseason debut. Des Bryant had 28 receiving yards, so this is Dak's preseason debut. Now, the reason why the Cowboys had 24 points in that game, Dak is going to win the Super Bowl with a 2-4 postseason record, the same postseason record as Tony Romo, number 9 replaced by number 4. Keep part of the underlying riddle. That's why the Cowboys scored 24 points in that game. There were 18 completions by the Cowboys in that game, 28 by the LA Rams. This is going to tie into Super Bowl 58. They rig and script these preseason games in advance. The 18 completions by the Cowboys, the 18 completions by the Rams. Remember, that's Vegas. That's gematria of 18. Now, Tony Romo, he got hurt against the Seahawks. His injury kick-started the Dak Prescott era. The injury occurring against the Seattle Seahawks, which has same gematria as Super Bowl 58. And also, the season began at MetLife Stadium for the Bills and the Cowboys. Both teams. The Cowboys against the Giants, the Bills against the Jets. The season began at MetLife for both teams. It's the year of Super Bowl 58. MetLife Stadium is gematria 58. Seahawks is also gematria 24. We're talking about Dak Prescott's first playoff win occurred against the Seahawks, too. But Super Bowl is going to occur with a 2-4 playoff record. So don't forget the Seahawks was his first playoff win, too, Dak Prescott. Now, Vinton, Louisiana is gematria 69. The Cowboys' 6th Super Bowl in their 9th appearance. The city of Seattle, where Tony Romo's injury started a new era. Los Angeles Rams, Sun Devil Stadium, the Cowboys' last championship. And then Seattle Seahawks. The journey begins after an injury against the Seahawks. His first playoff win occurred against the Seattle Seahawks. It's all going to conclude for the Dallas Cowboys in Maine, Dakota with the Super Bowl win at Las Vegas. And the season began at New Jersey in their backs against the wall against the Chargers. 3-2 Monday Night Football. Rigged and completely scripted. So let's see, that was 2019, that was January the 5th. How much time from Dak's first playoff win to the rigged scripted Super Bowl? That would be over 61 months later. You know who's hosting the Super Bowl? The Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders is gematria 61. Also 61 is the 18th prime number. When we talk about the Super Bowl hosts, they last won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl uh, 18. And this is the day that the Vatican was established, February 11th. You know who's the current Pope? Pope Francis, 266 Pope. 266 weeks after his playoff win to the rigged scripted Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills, which Dallas Cowboys are going to win in defeat. Preseason game against the Seahawks, August 27th of 2016, to the day of the first playoff win for Dak. in 2019. 33 weeks. But let me put 20. I should have said 2016 for August 27th. So that was the time of Tony Romo's injury. So the amount of time for the preseason injury, the February 11th, 7 weeks, the 6th month, just over 89 months later, the last championship for the Cowboys at Los Angeles, or the last NFC championship at Los Angeles, California. The side of Week 6, the side of Monday Night Football, the 4-2 record, the Super Bowl on the 42nd day, and the Las Vegas Raiders is Gamache 76 third. They are the hosts once again. That is also another 193. Not only Sun Devil Stadium and the LA Rams and the city of Seattle where Tony Romo got hurt at, but also city of Seattle. And just the Gamache Seattle Seahawks, I mean, they scored 43 points at New Jersey in that Super Bowl. The season began at New Jersey. His first playoff win, became the starter. In effect, after that injury against the Seattle Seahawks, Tony Romo. I'd like to see what yard line Tony Romo got hurt in the preseason game. So, where did the injury occur for Tony Romo? And also in relation to his birthday. So the play began. It was the Dallas 39-yard line. They'd enter the Super Bowl with 39 wins, as a matter of fact. Okay, so that was August 25th. That was the day of the injury. The preseason debut against the Rams, the 28 points, says everything about when the Cowboys win the scripted Super Bowl. And that's also the birthplace of Jerry Jones as well. Keep that in mind. And 30 months after Peggy's death is when Dak was drafted. Cowboys is Camacho 30. They beat the 49ers again in the playoffs 30 months later. That's a key significant tribute to keep to note. So just making sense of the death, the birth of Peggy, the death of Peggy, and the amount of time from the scripted Cowboys championship, and also tying in Dak Prescott's preseason debut with his scripted Super Bowl victory. And then he made his start against, his first start was against the Giants. I think his first win was against Washington. So I remember that correctly. It was a 13-3 win at the Washington football team. Now this score not only ties into the am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, 13 wins, 3 losses. That is a typo. 27 years out of the championship, the 27 points in his first win against. Now they're called the Commanders. His first win was against the Commanders. Well, their name is now the Commanders. Commanders is Gamache, the Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year. And I don't know why it's showing a white page like that. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need a refresh. So the stats of Dak's first NFL victory: 30 attempts, Super Bowl 30, Cowboys last championship. Kirk Cousins had 28 passes that game, Also 30 carries, 102 yards. Cowboys is 30 and 102 in Gematria. Dak 22 of 30 in that game. Let's see what his stats were. What his stats were combined between the two games of his NFL debut. Eli Manning had 28 attempts in Dak Prescott's NFL debut. 45 attempts. Keep in mind, Giants is Camacho 25, Buffalo Bills 45, the Cowboys 45. He had 47 completions in his career, right after his first NFL win. Silver's the 47th element in the periodic table.